everyone. We're just going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join in, but thank you so much to everyone who is tuning in to watch this video later. This is going to be a really fun, hilarious, silly little, but also educational video. So I hope you get something out of this video today. If What I am just trying to test right now is I'm trying to make sure that my sound is being heard. Oh, thank you for joining live. For whoever's here, if you can hear me, please let me know that you can hear me. And if you can't, please let me know that too, so I can fix things, or at least try to fix things from my end. I'm definitely super excited about today's video, because we're going to be talking about llamas, and it is inspired by this little guy right here. Ta-da! This is my little llama planter that got repurposed as a pen holder because he makes more sense to me that way. And he is somebody that, or she, I'm not sure yet. We haven't gotten to know each other so intimately that I know their gender expression. But this llama is somebody that I see, first thing I see every day that I come into this office, no matter how clean it is, no matter how much of a mess it is, it doesn't matter. That is the first thing I can see. And so, the reason I bought that llama and the reason I put it right there behind me is my door's over there. So when I walk in and I want to sit, that's the first thing I see. And this llama is an amazing reminder of everything that I want to be over the course of the day. Did you know, by the way, that kids actually love llamas because they're silly and weird and they're not quite as mainstream as like cats, dogs, and horses? Yeah, I was just reading about llamas for this live stream. I learned a lot of, I don't even know if it's useful information or not, but llamas are fun. So here's what I love about llamas, and here's the lesson I want to talk about today. For me, the reminder is, be silly, be weird, be fun. Because if you think about it, llamas just jump around super weirdly. They have this really weird way of chewing. Granted, I'm not sure if they have the self-awareness that human beings do, but they don't care. Hi, Facebook user. I have no idea who you are. I would love it if you could let me know who you are so I can say hi properly. But thank you so much for joining. For those of you who are joining through my public page, there is a little link that you'll see which says give StreamYard permission to see who you are. If you don't do that, I'm not going to know who you are. Hey, Michelle, so glad you joined. We are talking about llamas and how llamas are silly and weird and fun, and they chew in this really weird little way, or what we think is weird, and they hop around in this really funny little way. I mean, there's so many TikTok videos about llamas. And they don't care, do they? Like, they really don't. They are just so content being themselves. It really reminds me of little kids, actually. And I think it would behoove all of us to tap into our inner child, especially right now, and to get to the core of what makes life fun for us, what makes life enjoyable for us, what makes life feel like we're thriving. Hi, Joy. Thank you so much for joining. I'm talking about llamas and the lessons I learned from llamas. Yes, llamas, about personal and professional development. So llamas are just themselves, man. Like, they don't care. But here's the thing. They're highly intelligent and they're fiercely protective. Llamas have been known to herd little sheeps and little animals, and if they feel like there is a predator among their little herd, they will charge Make no mistake about it. And when they're annoyed or irritated, they spit at people. Now, granted, they can be trained to not spit at people, but there's a lesson in that for us too, right? I feel like for us to really create these spaces of belongingness where we see everybody as their whole selves, and we acknowledge people and appreciate people because of their uniqueness, because of their little quirks. We sort of have to train our brains and our minds for it, to not judge, to let people be who they are. And yeah, I got all of that from a planter. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's why I bought that, planter. Granted, I repurposed it into a pen holder. Now, I'm not sure if that llama wanted that or agrees with it, but I did it. So there is a little, I do have to unpack that internally a little bit more. But overall, that's a reminder for me. It's be yourself, be silly, be weird, like own your quirks, because that's where the strength of your contributions in any of your spaces come from. It does nobody any service for you to hide these fun, amazing, talented parts of you. That's how you shine. And it really is by leveraging those parts of you and by leaning into those parts and saying, you know what, this is who I am. And the impact of my contributions are amplified because they come from me, and really owning that space and tapping into your inner child and just being creative, being fun. Granted, if you're not a fun person to begin with, then you wouldn't be authentic. But if you are, a fun person to begin with, and you've just been hiding all of these fun little parts of you to fit in, or to like try really hard to belong, don't. You're doing yourself a disservice, but you're also doing the world a disservice by hiding these essential parts of you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you've seen, if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen how they changed. I've leaned into my silliness because over the course of the day, anybody that knows me in real life knows that I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. I'm constantly finding the funny of, in every aspect of life. And that's what I enjoy. So why would my business be anything different? Why would I not inject fun into my services? Why would I not inject my personality into how I am supporting you when my personality is what brought me my success? My personality is what helped me realize it's okay to be me. It's okay to be authentic. It's necessary and critical for us to be authentic, right? So that's the thing about llamas. They're silly, they're weird, they're fiercely protective, they're highly intelligent. They can be trained to be very affectionate, and when they are, they're very gentle. They know how to manage themselves with friends, but then a foe comes in, ooh, watch out, because that llama is going to spit at you and bite you. And I think we can all be like that, right? Be fiercely protective of our friends, be gentle, be ourselves, not care how other people judge us, because we're living our truth, whatever our quirks may be. So I want to keep this short. And we're already going for 9 minutes. So those are the lessons that my llama planter / pen holder taught me. What I want to ask you is, what gives you joy? What helps you thrive? What are those quirks that you actually love on the inside, but that you're hiding to the outside world because you don't feel safe sharing them, or you feel like you're going to be judged or somebody's going to take you negatively. What are those quirks and how can you start leaning into them? Now, coming up this month, I do have a whole series of events. You guys, I have 7 events coming up this month. Every starting on May 12th. May 12th, I have a session on practicing diversity, equity, and inclusion to become an influential leader at 12 o'clock and 8 o'clock. On the 13th, I have tapping into your resilience to increase your visibility. On May 20th, I have leaning into your cultural identity for successful professional development. And then on the 27th, I have 5 essential leadership mindset shifts and behaviors that you need to start practicing right now for success and profitability. Those are all 1 hour long webinars and lunch and learns. And those are only the ones during the week. On the weekends, I have 3 master classes, one on creating your own script to thrive, one on balancing your masculine and feminine traits to be the kind of leader and person you want to be in all aspects of your life, and one on tackling the imposter syndrome permanently and effectively every single time. So I have all of these programs coming up for you because I tapped into my quirkiness. I tapped into, and Michelle, who's on this video, knows this about me. I operate like a tornado when I get these ideas. I'm just constantly go, 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 because to me, all of these ideas are interconnected and they lead back to your personal and professional development by helping you thrive as who you are, not as some fake version of you. Outside of judgment, outside of comparisons, outside of all of those things. So to me, everything I put out there is completely interconnected. Joy, the dates of the programs, I will be putting up, them up in, on my Facebook very shortly. And I will also be releasing like the enrollment, like the registration details and all of that by tomorrow. I'm literally waiting for my web team to tell me that, as usual, I broke something. So I'm waiting for them to fix it and to tell me that they fixed whatever I've broken. I'm so surprised that they still let me into that back end, y'all. I'm just amazed, but they do, thank God. So as soon as they fix whatever I broke today, I will be able to give you all the details of it. They are so patient and so tolerant, and they accept all of my quirks, which is why I love my web team. Shout out to Essential IT. If anybody is looking for an amazing web development team where the project manager is a woman, some of the developers are women, and even the men on the team are some of the most inclusive, supportive, like woke people I've ever met in my whole life. Essential IT is where you should go. So shout out to them for handling all of my web stuff. And again, for those of you who know me, you know how much I break this stuff. So really hats off to them. But I will be putting up all the details of the programs, and really all of these programs are about helping you thrive and helping you be you and helping you put yourself out there authentically as like who you are, confidently, not worrying about comparisons, knowing how to deal with comparisons and judgments when they come up, knowing how to receive feedback without internalizing it, all of it. And then I have a whole bunch of bonuses in the programs too. So there's the 1 hour lunch and learns during the week, and then there are the 3-hour master classes during the weekend, where those are going to be more intimate and those are going to be restricted to 20 people. And we are really going to take a deep dive, and you're going to get workbooks, and there's like bonus coaching sessions thrown in there, just a whole bunch of like amazing, amazing stuff. And yes, I created all of this in 2 weeks because again, that's how my brain works. And when I lean into that, it's amazing. I thrive, and I totally don't mind being silly and quirky and corny. Really, I'm very extremely corny. And I own it because the llama tells me it's okay to own your quirks. So finally, TLDR again, BLUF, bottom line up first. Learn from the llama. Tap into that inner llama. Tap into your weirdness, your silliness, your quirks, your what makes you you, that you are able to laugh at yourself about and that other people really enjoy about you. Don't hide that light. Shine it brighter, because that's what the world needs more of right now. And I'm here in every which way to support you in helping you shine that light brighter, because I want to see you for who you are. And I want to celebrate you for who you are and for who you want to be from the inside out. All right. So I'll be back on Thursday with another live stream. If anybody has any questions, I will be here for another couple of minutes, and I will also put the dates of the programs in the comments for this video and also share them on all of my Facebook pages so you can find them easily, all the registration information, the whole 9 yards. Promise I'll get it to you by tomorrow. All right? See you on Thursday. Bye.